A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for joining us on this week's edition of your #1 insurance program on television. My name is Margaret Mary Usiobor, and it's a bumper package this week. On the town hall this week, they say the youths are the future, right? Well, Faith will be speaking with students of actuarial science and insurance from the University of Lagos and Lagos State Polytechnic as they discuss the insurance industry today as they see it in a no-holds-barred manner. Do take a listen.
They don't really buy the idea of buying insurance because they don't have that knowledge. They are yet to know what insurance is all about.
On this edition also, we'll bring you highlights of the 2017 Almond Insurance Consumers Forum, which took place recently at Kano Hall, Neka House, Alausa, Ikeja. The theme for the forum was insurance penetration in Nigeria, shifting focus from policies to providing value for the customers. The well-attended event was chaired by none other than Mr. Chike Mukonye, former GMD, Royal Exchange PLC. Plus, of course, our quick facts on insurance and all the other extras. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the Insurance Industry Town Hall this week. We'll be looking at a very topical issue, and I also have a crop of people that are going to do justice to our topic of discourse. I'm actually very excited to have them on the Town Hall this week. We're looking at the insurance industry through the eyes of future practitioners. And who are the future practitioners? Those are students of universities that are studying insurance currently, who after graduation will come and take over the insurance industry. They have bright ideas, and some of those bright ideas are what we're going to be looking at today. In no particular order, I'd like to invite to join me on set Mr. Oluwafemi Ojo, who is the President, Actuarial Science and Insurance Student Association, University of Lagos. He's also the Director of Operations, 5th to 9th Promoters. Thank you so very much, Mr. Ojo, for joining us.
Thank you.
I'd also like to invite to join me on set Mr. Olumodeji Damilola Michael, who is also the President, Actuarial Science and Insurance Student Association, Lagos State Polytechnic, LASPOTECH. He is also the mouthpiece of LASPOTECH, although he didn't explain to me why he said he's a mouthpiece. Thank you so very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Also to join us on set, I have Mr. Samuel Oluwasegun Oshinuga, who is the President, National Union of Lagos State Students, UNILAG. He's also a student of Actuarial Science, University of Lagos. He's also the Director of Membership, Impact Leaders Club, UNILAG. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And last but not least, I have Mr. Erinle Damilare, who is the current Vice President, Insurance Department, Lagos State Polytechnic. He's also a marketer with Standard Alliance Insurance. Thank you so very much for joining us on the program. Once again, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us inside. Let me begin by asking, the insurance industry, most people in Nigeria don't really believe in insurance. Well, not that they don't believe, they don't trust that the insurance will do what they say they will do when a loss occurs. And that has affected insurance penetration. It has always remained at less than 1% for a very long time. Insurance awareness and education is very low. Readily, those are the issues that operators will tell you that is the problem that they face. But you guys are out there in school. You interact with your age mates. What would you say really is the biggest challenge that is facing insurance in Nigeria? Let me start with you, Mr.
Okay. Personally, I think that it is a lack of public enlightenment the fact that the average Nigerian doesn't know what insurance actually means. This is what a market woman would think. Why am I giving you money to cover me for something I can save for? It's simple. So I think that public enlightenment, the failure of public enlightenment on the part of the insurance commission, even the operators themselves, and the fact that even the public is not so open to change of ideas. There's a rigidity about perception. If you're bad, you're bad. No matter what you try to do after that, you're still considered bad. So I think that public enlightenment is a major factor. And I think that also that insurance companies should try to change the image. In the past, there's been issues with claims, making claims and getting getting your claims as a when due, but you find insurers trying to escape those kind of obligations. So I think that public enlightenment, coupled by a change of outlook or perspective from the insurance, I think that will go a long way in making insurance a very vital part of business in the Nigerian economy.
Mr. Damene, do you also share that?
Yeah, I share that, and I also like to add the fact that illiteracy is also one of the factors contributing to the acceptance of insurance in Nigeria.
When you say literacy, what?
Yeah, illiteracy.
Because I asked because you also find interestingly that even those who are educated, kind of, if you get close to them, they really don't know much about the workings of insurance.
Yeah, you said right, public enlightenment. And for you to enlighten someone, that person has to be in the position to understand what you are presenting to the person. So when you are enlightening someone that has no idea about business generally, or is just faced with the local setting itself, and is not too exposed to changes, economic changes, technological changes and stuff, and you are bringing something like insurance, which is an intangible service to that kind of person, I don't think that kind of person will be in a position to accept it just like that. And we are moving to a scenario where agents, marketers, or representatives of these insurance companies come with promises which they cannot fulfill, which is actually the cause of making claims and not getting your claims like that, because they have already promised what they can give. And when these people make claims, they can't give them what they are supposed to get. And these people have the tendency of passing the same information to others who will just take any information given to them and just work on it. And they pass this information around, which present the insurance company or the insurance industry in a bad image. So it is one of those things. I believe literacy is something that should be worked on, since we are moving to a age where the literacy level is on the edge now, where we have more literate people around us. I think it's even a good idea where when the government introduced insurance as a subject
in
secondary school. I myself, I didn't have any idea about insurance when I was in secondary school.
So how did you decide?
I went for another course, and that's one of the issues that I actually want to mention in the course of the interaction. I went to the institution and they gave me insurance, and I was like, what course is this? You know, I had to go back and I asked my people, and they said, okay, insurance is a good course. I never knew insurance companies existed in Nigeria.
Are you serious?
I only know of banks as little. But now that insurance has been introduced to those in the secondary school, they have a little bit idea of what this is all about. So many will get interested. I'm talking to one of my students one day, and she was like, she chose insurance because she saw that people working in insurance are looking very good and beautiful. I was like, wow, that's nice. That means that we are moving from the age of people not knowing about insurance to the age of people getting an idea, and I think that is what we need for a start.
Okay, Mr. Memiojo.
Okay, I will talk about trust.
Okay.
Like in Nigeria, institutions have failed the country a lot. We have situations where banks have failed, where microfinance people will run away with your money, where insurance agents will come, they will tell you in the olden days that pay this, they will run away with your money, they won't pay claims. And Nigerians, we are people that we don't really trust easily. Once you failed us once, before you can gain our trust back, it will take a long time. Okay, trust in the sense that people, if I tell the insurance company now that, okay, I will pay you premium, and what you are telling to me is trust. And how can you guarantee me that, okay, convince me that, okay, if this thing should happen, you are going to pay me back. No, you are not selling a tangible service to me. You are telling me that, okay, I'm paying you for something that is unforeseen. So how can we do that? We have to do aggressive advertisements, like enlighten people more, do more awareness work, do more seminars, put out more articles, do more research about people. Maybe even go to microfinance, because insurance to me now is focused on mainly the rich people in the country. That's just what I will say for now about it.
Mr. Mourinho.
Well, for me, I would like to make something clear. You see, in Nigeria, people still don't understand the meaning of insurance. And I think that has been a major problem, even in students, because even in people studying insurance, they don't really understand what insurance is. And we need to fight it. We need to allow people know what insurance is. Now, look at all these market women. Look at when we, as a marketer, when we introduce this policy to them, they don't really buy the idea of buying insurance, because they don't have that knowledge. They are yet to know what insurance is all about. And even looking at our students now, our lecturers, are they teaching us what we need to know? Are they really putting that idea in us? So that is also a problem we need to fight.
Okay, now, moving on, would you say that we've all gone around to talk about what we feel is the challenge, but would you say that the current practitioners of insurance, they have done enough, or they are still doing enough to overcome some of these challenges that we just spoke about?
I would very much like to be objective here, but I'm sorry, I can't be objective. I would be subjective and say it the way it is. Insurers, brokers, agents, whatever category of operators they fall into, have failed the country. They failed the sector, they failed the industry, they failed the economy. Because PricewaterhouseCoopers brought out a survey, I think a year and a half ago, about the Nigerian insurance industry contributing less than 1.2% to the GDP. That is a crime shame, a very deep crime shame. I must say, because supposedly these are guys that you will talk to on a daily basis, and these guys are intellectual people. You cannot tell me that they do not know the meaning of action and consequence. So for the Nigerian insurance industry to be at this stage, low penetration rates, lack of public confidence, low rate of compulsory insurance, lack of strict government regulation. Nikon is just there. I'm sorry to say, I don't have any family member there. That's true. Nikon is just there. There's nothing. So I think that on a scale of 1 to 10, how much have they failed us? 9.5. They failed us so much, because you cannot say they don't know what they're doing, and for them to see the right course of action and not take it is something that baffles me a lot. There is no, apart from the recent blueprint that has been developed by Nikon, the MRDI, Research and Development Initiative, nothing concrete has come out of it before, during that initiative, and after that initiative. Nothing concrete.
But exactly, and now they are trying to launch the phase 2
and policies and everything. Not phase 2. What was the effect of phase 1?
Don't blame Nikon, it's Nigeria.
What do you mean it's Nigeria?
Look at, I think that the rigidity of these guys is what is the problem. See, there's nothing wrong in copying other sectors. Look at the banking sector. Not so long ago, probably I was 2-3 years old then, the banking sector was a mess. Yeah. Then came Solido and the likes. Strict policies.
One of the things I'd like to mention is these people are professionals in that field, and they've brought their ideas, and it has actually improved that sector. But the insurance industry itself are not bringing in their own professionals. They are bringing in professionals from other field of study who will bring in other field of studies idea.
That is exactly
why.
That
the problem?
That is
one of the problems.
That is
one of the major problems we have in
insurance. Now, I was going to get into it. Yeah. Apart from public enlightenment and lack of continuous professional development anyways, what is it that has been done in educating the next generation? That I think is a major problem. See, if there has been enough done in educating the next generation, I would have probably given them a scale of on a scale of 10 before, because it means that the future of the industry is secure. Yeah. But like he said, my very right honorable partner, he said that even the people who study these things don't know. And that's why I said, whatever category you fall into the operators, and I consider lecturers as operators, I consider academia and industry as a collaborative effort. So you failed us. You failed us. What we have is teaching us what we need, what we don't need to know, and grading us on what we need to know. So it's something confusing.
And giving us things that are obsolete.
I'm telling you.
No, are you saying what you guys are being taught now is obsolete?
We are not saying things that we are being taught now are obsolete, but on the long run, there are new innovations every day.
Yes.
Both technologically, economically, what have you. And the foundation is actually from the school. This is where we get the basics of what insurance itself is all about. So when you are giving us an obsolete foundation and you expect us to go to the industry and perform. Now, okay, I'm not putting the blame on the lecturers for giving us, because this is what they have. Now, you are in the industry and you are more concerned about your business. You only want to make profit. But you're not concerned about those that are upcoming, those that, you are an MD, you are a CEO, you're not concerned about those that are going to be pushed to the labor market, who you are going to recruit. You don't even know if they have a concrete knowledge of what insurance is all about. Now, I worked as an intern in an insurance, one of the top insurance companies, and I noticed that about 80% of those that are working, even in the underwriting department, did not study insurance. So how do you expect them to bring innovations?
And you have insurance students.
And you have insurance students sitting down at home.
Alright, welcome back. Many thanks for still staying tuned. Moving on now, we bring you highlights of the 2017 Insurance Consumers Forum, which took place recently in Alausa, Ikeja. When we said it was going to be the largest gathering of the insuring public, we meant it, as customers came prepared with their questions for operators. But let me quickly say that the highlights you're about to watch were made possible by FBN Insurance Limited, NEM Insurance PLC, the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, Custodian, Skip Nigeria Limited, and Adrian Homes and Properties. Enjoy.
Almond Productions Limited, producers of the most authoritative program on insurance, Almond Finance and Wealth Report on television, Waiting Insurance They Do Serve on Nigeria FM, and Free Pigeon English newspaper on insurance, recently held its 2017 Insurance Consumers Forum in Kano Hall, Necker House, Alausa, Ikeja. The Insurance Consumers Forum, which started in 2013, provides a robust platform for interaction between stakeholders in the insurance industry and the insuring public in a no-holds-barred atmosphere. The 2017 edition, with the theme Insurance Penetration in Nigeria, shifting focus from policies to providing value for the customers, was chaired by Mr. Chike Mokoye, former Group Managing Director, Royal Exchange PLC. Guest speaker was Professor Festus Ekpetimehin, first Professor of Insurance and Risk Management in Nigeria, while discussant was Mr. Valentine Ujuma, Managing Director, FBN Insurance Limited. As expected, insurance consumers at both corporate and individual turned out in their numbers to air their views on the quality of service they expect from the insurance industry. Welcoming participants to the forum, the chairman in his opening remarks said that the regulator must change their mindset as policemen of the insurance industry to developmental partners.
There is an urgent need for a rethink. One, of the role of the operators. Two, the role of the regulators. They have to think again, are we doing this thing the right way? Then again, the operators have to review their business models. They have to think again and say, what do we do to make things better? We cannot continue to do a thing the same way and expect a different result. That is practically impossible. In fact, recently I read that Nikon wants to implement the second phase of MDRI. Meanwhile, if you look at the first phase, We have not achieved up to 30% of what we thought was to be the result. And you want to go to the second phase. It's like your child who got into school, finished his WASC examination, had a F in 8 courses, then made D in 1, then you promote him. You've told him to go and fail. Certainly the next one will not work.
Over the years, there have been efforts to increase insurance awareness and penetration by the various stakeholders, but these efforts have not yielded the desired results, as insurance penetration has remained abysmally low at less than 1% for many years. Delivering the theme paper, the guest speaker, Professor Betty Main, said that insurance practitioners themselves are responsible for the no-demand state of insurance products and services in Nigeria.
Some of our friends don't go to insurance people. They are armed robbers. Go and invest your money in shares. The share crash. So what can you do about that? So you have to run back to also. Some of them are now running back. They say, okay, let me put my money in form of investment in buying life and all this. The insurance practitioners, look at our own problem. The practitioners are themselves responsible for the no-demand state, but they have not embraced any pragmatic marketing approach. The present marketing mix of most insurance companies does not reflect aggressive marketing. This indicates that there is lack of innovation in product development and risk-taking. The following features reveal lack of innovation in the industry. Narrow product lines. By now, if you go abroad, you talk about there is nothing stopping anybody now from taking burial policy. Now, when I die, pay this to my family to bury me. Funeral, burial, you all have them. There are so many policies abroad that is not here. Whereas, we should have everything here so that you have a lot to choose from. Everybody wants to have a nice, when you die, you want them to give you a fitting burial. So everybody wants to buy such a policy.
Discussing the theme paper, the discussant, Mr. Ojuma, admitted that there are bad insurance companies, but there are many more that are good.
There are bad insurance companies out there, but there are many, many better insurance companies out there. So when you go out of Nigeria, for example, they say Nigerians are 419. What percentage of Nigerians are 419? When they say policemen are this and that, what percentage of the policemen? Many more policemen risk their lives to serve you than the few that you see on the road that take 10 naira, 20 naira from you. What about the firefighters? What about road safety? So in everything we do, that good, the bad, and the ugly. That does not make it any less important.
With the paper presentation taken, some stakeholders gave their goodwill messages.
You are doing the work of the operators for us, and you are reaching the unreached, because I can see a lot of faces here, especially our consumers. As Prof mentioned in his delivery, we can't be selling eyes to the Eskimos. We can't be talking to ourselves. And without the consumers, there won't be any insurance industry.
The Open Forum is a high point of the Consumers Forum. This year was no exception as customers came prepared.
The communication gap is too wide. It's too much. But she has just broken that yoke using pidgin. My mama never goes to school. But she hear pidgin. And that motor boy, where they drive motor, that a Danfo boy, he not go to university, but he hear pidgin well. So if insurance policy are written in a way people will understand, communicate where there's communication closeness and not gap, I think policy something will be easier. Everybody will be interested. Because as the Prof said, all professions, to me, the way I understand Prof is telling me that all professions need insurance.
Everybody.
So then, why is important thing now being relegated to the back. If Nigeria want to survive, insurance is very needed. So what are the insurance companies doing? They need to sponsor her. They need to buy the baby from her. And start using it to market their product. That question you asked, are Nigeria not reading, or I don't understand, whether it is not reading or too much grammar. But I'll say whether not reading or too, we are impatient. That is our culture. We don't have time for too much training. Tell us what we want to do, and we'll do it. So, speaking English even make it easier.
The agent would advise that the invoices be inflated so that you can get a settlement that is as near the actual cost of repair as possible. Because you find situations where maybe members of staff have damages to their vehicles at up to maybe 50,000 or so, and then by the time the settlement is brought back, maybe they are only paid 20,000. Who is supposed to, mop up the excess charges? So you find that a lot of people resort to inflating the claims so that they can get something near to the cost of repairs.
Responding to some of the issues raised, the discussants agree that they need to do more as an industry because perception is everything. No doubt, the 2017 Insurance Consumers Forum was a huge success. The stage is now set for the 2018 edition, which promises to be more exciting and value-added to the insurance consumers and stakeholders in the insurance industry.
And that is our time on the show this week. Many thanks for being a part of it. Do join us again next week for another exciting package. But in the meantime, feel free as always to connect with us on all our social media platforms. You can also visit our website at www.almondfinancereports.com. Don't forget that this program also airs on BCOS Television Ibadan every Thursday at 6 p.m. For those who couldn't make the forum this year, make plans to attend next year's edition, God willing. My name is Margaret Mary Osiobo, but before we go, many thanks once again to all our supporters, partners and sponsors for the success of the 2017 Almond Insurance Consumers Forum. Without you, there is no us. Until next week, from all of us here, enjoy this hilarious commercial as our parting shot. See you next week. Bye.